Hello, everyone. Creature Keeper, as you can see, wearing my Creature Keeper shirt tonight. It's good to see everybody. As always, I'll give everyone a minute or two to get on. Yeah, I will explain where I'm at in a second here. Because obviously, I'm not in the hollow, not in the same place. Hey, how you doing? How's it going, Isabella? How is it going? Good to hear from you. Yes, good to hear from you. Yeah, so I am not in the hollow right now. I'm actually not even in my house. I'm at my sister's. At my sister's this week. They are on a vacation, and my brother-in-law's mom lives here, so I'm hanging out with her, taking care of her throughout this week. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I did bring a few animals with me. My two nieces, have a lot of animals themselves, so we are. I'm still surrounded by animals. Still surrounded by animals. But yeah, I'm just hanging out with my brother in law's mom for the week. Uh, Keeping her in good spirits, and didn't want her to be here alone, so we've known each other for like 15 years. So yeah, we get along very well. We get along very well. But yeah, still wanted to be live tonight because I will not be live Friday. Got another game night coming up on Friday, so just wanted to make absolutely sure that I was still on tonight. Oh, is it fall break? That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, because my nieces are on fall break too, so they are out in Colorado this week. I think they get back late Friday. Yeah, so I'm. Yeah, yes, we never had. Really? Huh. Usually most schools do that I know. Unless you did not go to a regular school, normal school. That would make sense. That would make sense. But yeah, I was homeschooled my whole life, so um, mom still let us have a week off, or at least a few days for fall break and spring break. But other than that, summer break was very short for us growing up. So we got we got out like early-ish June, and then started right at the beginning of August, like August 1st or 2nd. So we didn't have a normal summer break like others growing up. That was man, back in the 90s. Back in the 90s. So yeah, it's just long enough for us to go to summer camp, come back, and boom, you're right back into school. My mom was a hard to the grind nose. Yeah, hard to the nose. I can't talk to that. Hey, Geo4 Gaming, how are you doing? How are you doing? Yeah, I am not in my usual spot. Just hanging out at my sister's for the week. Still got some animals. Still got some animals here. My nieces got most of their animals out, so I am not alone. I am definitely not alone. I'm never alone. Never. No. I am doing well. I'm doing well. Yeah, just I said hanging out with my sisters and having fun. Having fun. Uh, I've done many videos with my nieces that are so dark. Here. Wrong one. Still getting used to all the lights around here. There we go. Oh. Okay, I think that might be better. I think that might be better, actually. Yeah. There's like a wall of light switches over there, and I'm still getting used to which one turns on what light. I'm definitely not here enough. Um, the nice thing is my sister lives in town, so it's not that far from my house. So, but I've done a lot of videos, a lot of shorts since I've been here. Um, a lot have come out today, and I just gotta, oh my goodness, I gotta be real for a second here. I just gotta thank you guys as always, but I put a video on this morning, and I was like, man, it'd be really cool if this got to like 500 or 1,000. I was not expecting it to take off the way that it like. Oh my goodness! Thank you guys. Thank you for that. Um, wow. There is no try. Do or do not. There is no try. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Yeah, thanks. My day has been good. It's weird. Like today's been kind of weird. Like it feels like today's gone really fast, but it feels like today's gone really slow. So I have no idea. I just know that it's Monday. I'm sure my days are gonna get all mixed up since I'm here. Um, and this is I've actually never stayed over in my sister's house before, so I'm pretty excited. Been wanting to come hang out here for a while. I was hoping the kids, my nieces would be here too, but they're in Colorado, so I'm just taking care of the house and taking care of my brother-in-law's mom. Dude, you were talking to one of the biggest Star Wars nerds that has ever lived. I judge me by my size, do you? There's my Yoda voice. Do or do not. There is no try. that wasn't quite deep enough. Ugh. But I don't do that voice very often because I saw it 100 times when it came out. Oh man, like it's one of those things. I am one of the biggest Star Wars nerds you're ever gonna meet, and most people, oh, I love Darth Vader, I love Yoda, I love Luke, Leia, Han Solo, of course, all of them. I'm a stormtrooper, right? I seriously love stormtroopers. I know, I know. They can't hit the broadside of a barn, but uh, stormtroopers just look so cool. Scout troopers, snow troopers, all of them. Junior Shrimp, how is it going? Small town theater I could walk to. That's nice. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I didn't always have that. Didn't always have that growing up in the 90s. Theater was pretty far away. It was $2. I remember when we used to have a theater here in town that it was like, was it $1? It was like either $1 or $2 back in the 90s and early 2000s. Like it was one of the cheaper theaters. And now, I mean, that theater's gone, and now they're like over $10. Unless you go on Tuesdays, then they're 5, right? So if you can go on Tuesdays, actually no, they just went up in price, didn't they? Oh, this world, this world. likes to squeeze money out of you. Squeeze money out of you way too easily. Way too easily. Anyway, I had to sneak in to see Excalibur, but as there you go. Excuse me. There you go. Oh, I played D&D for years. Played D&D for years. I was a dungeon master too. I was a dungeon master myself. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Until my brother-in-law's friend decided to put a spell on the dragon, and he rolled a perfect 20 and got it stuck in a hole, and they all stole the golden orb and ran out, and that was it. Like, the most anticlimactic battle you've ever seen. They walk into the cave, it's filled with gold, the dragon comes out, and I'm thinking, this is going to be great. Okay, I'm going to roll perfect 20 and take control of the dragon. Boom. Perfect 20, takes control of the dragon, gets it stuck, they all run out. And I'm just sitting there like, that's it. That's all I got. I was hoping for something bigger. But yeah, like I said, I brought some animal figures with me, because I don't go anywhere without animal figures by my side for obvious reasons. But I stinking love this tiger. I've always loved this tiger. I don't know. It's one of the more majestic figures that any of the companies have made. And this is from Safari Ltd. Yeah, stinking love this tiger. I love it. And I also brought... you guys had put that you wanted to see gorillas this week, so it's Gorilla Week. It's gorilla themed, so there's going to be a gorilla in every video. There will be other animals too, but mostly there will be a gorilla. There will always be a gorilla. Let's see. What else do we have? This is one of my two nieces. This is the doe, and I believe this is from... Is it from Mojo? Yeah, this is from Mojo. Mojo. A really nice looking deer. Really nice looking deer. I haven't used it yet, but I'm thinking about kind of a really fun hunting video. The deer will get away, of course, but... And it just rained. Oh my goodness, did it rain. So, only here in Nebraska does it be 85 degrees, and then 85, and then 2 days later, it's been 50 all day today. 50. It went down almost 40 degrees today. And it's very, very short span of like less than 12 hours. So, fall is finally here. I'm very happy about that because it's October and it's been hot. Summer does not want to let go, and it's been very annoying. But now that it is cool, I will be outside tomorrow quite a bit doing videos, so I'm pretty excited about that. Pretty excited about that. All right, we have some dogs. We have some polar bears. Did you know that a polar bear, when it hunts before it hibernates, when it eats, right, especially a female, their body mass goes up 50%. 50%. Okay, so put that into perspective from a point of view of a female polar bear being up to 700 and maybe 800 pounds to almost 1,200. That's a lot. That is a lot of a lot of weight. That's a lot of body mass. It's it's insane. Like polar bears are one of my most favorite animals, but they are just one of the most incredible creatures to ever walk this earth, in my opinion. Um, so I mean, polar bears, they're very resourceful. They're also very, very territorial, and because of that, they're actually one of the most dangerous animals on Earth. I believe they're in the top 5, if not the top 3 most dangerous animals on Earth. They're super cool. Like they're huge. I say this every time, but they're 6 feet tall when they're standing on all fours. 6 feet. That my dad is 6'1", so yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. And what's even more crazy, they're 12 feet tall when standing on their hind legs. So for those of you who are new to this, polar bears are 12 feet tall when they stand on their hind legs. That's a record. Other than that, they're usually 10 to 11. But, yeah, so for those of you who are new, I always try to do this. It's a little bit different because I'm in a different place. I'm 5 foot. Wonderful. I don't feel so bad now because I am actually 5'2". I'm pretty short. And I'm in my 30s. So I know I don't look it. I probably look like I'm 25. But no, I am in my mid 30s. And I'm only 5'2". There you go. Yeah, so a polar bear is a foot taller than you. That's I can't even imagine that. I cannot imagine being shorter. They're a foot taller than me too, so yeah, I cannot imagine being a foot smaller than a polar bear on all fours. Ugh, forget being on their hind legs. That's on all fours. That's incredible. That's absolutely amazing. Um, yeah, so don't go up north to meet a polar bear unless you absolutely know what you're doing. And by that, I mean you have to have so much training to go up there. I'm definitely not kidding about that. There's no way I'd be able to survive going up north that far without any expert training. Um, anyway, yeah, polar bears are amazing. Polar bears are incredible animals. Never come against a mother polar bear and her cub. That'll be even worse for obvious reasons. All right. Let's see. Like I said, I've got my nieces, my 2 nieces, animals out here too. They definitely don't have as many as I do. Okay, I'm just gonna put that out there. Like I say, I've got 885. I've got 885 now, and they probably have, I don't know, 40. So there you go. But anyway, I got completely sidetracked. Um, for those of you who are new, welcome. Not to the hollow. This is not the hollow. This is not where I usually am. But I just want to say welcome to everybody, as always. It's great to have you all here. I am the creature keeper. I keep the creatures. I've got 885 animal figures and dragons and yetis and Eldrador from Schleich. So you name it, I probably have it. Not here. This is not my usual location for live videos, but yeah, it's a big house. It's a pretty big house. I think it might be bigger than mine. But anyway, welcome to everybody. I do all the voices for these animals, unless my nieces join me, which is not very often. But when they do, uh, those girls are so creative. Just oh my goodness! If you haven't seen the video, I think it's called "Getting Some Food." Came out about 2 months ago. It's bunnies trying to find food. My 12-year-old niece did fantastic. Oh my goodness. She did all the voices. She did absolutely amazing at getting that whole thing together. So I highly recommend checking that one out. I highly recommend checking all my videos out, but that one especially. um, so let's see. Who likes dogs? Everybody likes dogs, right? I love dogs. My sister has a dog. I'm trying to remember what kind it is. He's young. He's very young. He's like maybe not even. He might be 2 years old, but he's still, he's small, very small. Just the most beautiful. Oh my goodness. And I cannot for the life of me. Oh, he's a. I think he is a golden doodle. Yeah, I think he's a golden doodle with another mix of some kind, but yeah, he's definitely a golden doodle. So, just beautiful, beautiful little dog. They call him Tristan. Tristan with a T. And here is my niece's golden retriever. This is also from Mojo. You can find these at hobby stores, especially Hobby Lobby. This one came out 2014, so I mean, it's still around, but it is 11 years old. It's an 11-year-old figure. It's a beautiful, beautiful golden retriever. And golden retrievers are definitely near the top of my favorite dog list. I love golden retrievers with a passion. And yes, I've seen all the Air Bud and Buddy movies. So yes, I have seen all of them. Just in case you all wanted to know. Alright, here's another one of theirs. A black lab holding a bone in his mouth. The bone does not come out. But this is also from Mojo, if I'm not mistaken. No, sorry, this is Safari. I actually don't have this one in my collection, so I was not entirely sure. But yeah, this is from Safari. And this one should still be out. It came out in 2007, so I mean, that's half of my life. Yes, this is a beautiful, beautiful black lab. I almost said golden retriever. Yeah, black labs are definitely in my top 10. Not the top 3, but definitely in the top 10 of my favorite dogs. Huskies are up there. Golden retrievers. St. Charles Cavalier or Cavalier King Charles or something like that. I always forget how to say that. But those are probably my most favorite dog. They're small. They don't bark. At least mine didn't. And they're just so beautiful. They're so soft. Oh my goodness. I highly recommend looking one of those up. A King, either King or St. Charles Cavalier. Or Cavalier St. Charles. Something like that. But, what else? Let's do this one. I've been wanting to hold this one for a very long time. This is the Collie puppy. Collie puppy from Safari. I love collies. Border collies are definitely in my top 5. Love border collies. But yeah, I love collies, especially puppies. Cocker spaniels are definitely up there. Your friend has good taste. Your friend has very good taste, I must say. Let's see. No, collies and border collies are they're good guard dogs. They're good guard dogs. They are. Um, I'm sure there's gonna be some people that are gonna be like, yeah, mine's not. It depends on the dog, right? Depends on the dog. Yeah. It is weird being in here. Like, I'm still getting used to not being in the hollow right now, surrounded by figures. But I wanted to bring enough, with me that I could still do a lot of videos, and I've got a lot more that are coming out this week. So be on the lookout for those. Be on the lookout for those. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, especially the rest of the Unicorn Raceway. That's gonna be really fun. I'm planning for a three-part of the Unicorn Raceway. That's gonna be awesome. Who's gonna win? The Golden Retriever or the Gorilla? I have no idea. I literally don't. I literally don't. That track has many secrets. Oh yeah, the track has many secrets. And I highly recommend checking out part 1. It's a short. It's about a minute? No, maybe 2 minutes. I'll have to go back and look, but I think it's 2 minutes. Oh, I lost battery. Been there. How many times have I been there? Oh my goodness, yes. I have lost battery more than once. Yeah, so my friend CJ, who you guys heard on the last live video on Friday, is not here. Only because taking care of my brother-in-law's mom. So I am here kind of just by myself. Yeah, by myself. Taking care of her. She lives down in the basement, and I've got the whole upstairs to myself. And a whole king-size bed, thank you very much. Oh yeah, she's totally fine. Yeah, she's doing great. Oh my goodness, yes. She's doing fantastic. Just wanted to make sure, somebody was around, just in case something happened. So, I am well prepared for anything. Definitely well prepared for anything. But, yeah, she's doing well. She's doing well. But, yeah. Yeah, she's a great lady. Oh my goodness. We always have so much fun together. Always have so much fun together. Taught her how to play another card game earlier. Yeah, no worries. No worries. I am on the lookout. 1970. Wow. 22 years. Bunch of. No, I've been there. I understand. Hey, Glitchy. How you doing? Glitchy Nightmares. No, I played for 10 years. D&D. Just okay, man. Well, now that you're here, I'm sure you're doing fantastic, right? But yeah, no, no, I understand. Burger Cat. Burger Cat. Glitchy and Burger Cat have arrived. How are you doing, Burger Cat? But no, yeah, I played D&D for 10 years. My brother-in-law is like a master dungeon master. Oh my goodness. He's still going. I mean, I haven't played in probably 10 years. Just because life happened. Oh yeah. Now in central north, north central north. Blech. Try saying that 2 times fast. North central North Carolina. Okay. Try saying that 2 times fast. North central North Carolina. North central North Carolina. Okay. Oh, that was easier than I thought it would be. Seminarian. Huh. Catholic seminarian. That's a new one. Never heard of that. But man, I have learned so much from my brother-in-law in doing D&D that I am actually making my own D&D style game with all of my creatures. Still working on it. So I'm still doing homework tonight. Well, I am glad to keep you company, my friend. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Always dressed like a monk. That's brilliant. I wish I had dressed like a hunter or a ranger. I really wish I had dressed like that. I was always a ranger. Just because you get an animal as a pet, you know. I was always a hunter in World of Warcraft too, because you get a pet animal or a pet dragon. It was awesome. It was very fun. Always dressed like a monk. It was fitting. That is brilliant. If I had a green cloak, I totally would have, you know. Yeah, you know. It's, yeah. I'm in a D&D right now. And I'm trying so hard to get a pet. I get it, mate. I get it. I totally get it. The day that I got my pet, oh man, I felt so good. It does take time. We had a meeting today. How wonderful. No wonder we're all talking about D&D. We've all just had meetings. Well, most of us anyway. One of us. Pets are good for your soul. Tell me about it. I have pets all over the place, and I don't have to walk them. I don't have to clean up after them. I don't have to feed them. Well, not too many. How's 885? Yeah, never trust a witch. Never trust a witch. Oh, it's not good. Did I have a pet rock? I probably did at one point, I'm sure. I'm sure it did. She must not have been a red witch or a shadow witch. Those are, oof. Those are vicious. I should know that because those are the bad guys in my D&D game that I'm making. It's not D&D, it's just in a simpler style. Yeah, simpler style. Oh, I'm sure I've collected so many rocks in the past. But yeah, I don't know if I ever had like a pet rock. It's possible. It's possible. I'm sure one of my sisters did. Just so you know, I don't have any brothers. I'm the youngest of 7. So there you go. No brothers. Worst she did was free someone and tried to make someone drop her golem's arm. Oh. There was, oh goodness, this was about 6 years ago now. I was at a writers conference in St. Louis, and two of the one one of the couples, husband and wife, they said, "Hey, we're gonna have a D&D game in our hotel room. If anybody wants to come." So we're like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" There was like, goodness, probably 500 of us authors there. I am an author published, um, and they I forget. I think I was a Minotaur character, and one of the girls, her character, "Hey Godzilla, how you doing?" But this girl, her character had gotten snatched up by a Cyclops, and at that time, when I met her, this girl, I kind of had a little crush on her. So my thought was, I'm gonna go save her if nobody else does. Well, everybody else had run out of the room, and it was just me and her about to get eaten by Cyclops. And so it came to my turn, and I asked the dungeon master, "Hey, is her character, still being attacked, like still about to get eaten?" He's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, she's about to get eaten." So I came up and sliced the Cyclops' arm, just barely rolled good enough that I saved her. And I remember her face just looking at me like, "Thank you. Thank you." I was like, "Yeah, that's right. Who just saved your life?" uh, oh, yeah. Hey, at least pretzels. Pretzels. Stay on that. Stay on pretzels. Uh, yeah, Godzilla. Good to meet. Good to meet you. Wow. Good to see you. It's been a long week, apparently. It's only Monday. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good. How many times have I fallen off of a cliff? I have lost many a character. I've died many times. My brother-in-law was known for killing the players. I am not. Unless they make a really bad roll, then, well, yeah. Two of the people in my group are currently drowning in the river. Been there, done that. The bridge broke. One person jumped in to save her. She was sinking because of her. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I don't know of many characters who could swim wearing armor. I get it. I get it. As many of you know, I shaved a couple weeks ago. 2 weeks. 2 weeks today. I shaved, and these little hairs that are growing back are driving me crazy. Constantly itching. So I might be shaving again. I don't know. And she rolled multiple times and still. Man, that reminds me of somebody else I know. Oh, yeah, me. That reminds me of me. Trying to, That's understandable. That is completely understandable. I get it. Yeah. Don't want to lose any of those. I think I started playing D&D when I was... Oh, goodness. How old was I? I think I was 16. I think I was 16 when I started playing. No? No, hold on. Yeah, I think I was 16. And then life happened and we had to stop when I was like 24, maybe 25. So, 8 or 9 years I played. Let's see, there was always Yeah. Oh, tell me about it. Like that story I told you about the dragon when I was DMing. Man, I still can't believe he rolled that. Perfect 20 on a 20-sided dice. Jeez. And I'm still mad she tried to break the witch's house. Ah, yes. Nah, man, I love D&D. Um, we started playing Dungeon World, which was a much simpler version. It was more like a choose your own adventure, and I loved both. Like, I think the only problem that I have with D&D, and this is just me being nitpicky. It really is. The only problem that I have with it is that you know there are so many new books. Okay, like when I was playing, there was really one monster manual, but now there's like 10 new ones, right? 10 new versions. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, I cannot keep up. I can't keep up. Like, there's so much new. Uh, yeah. I did ask someone in my group to kidnap a golem from the wish, though, and the golem died. That's unfortunate. A good DM makes it or breaks it. And bring on the miniatures. You know what my miniatures are now? Because I'm making my own D&D style? Is these guys. These are the miniatures now. You are all creature keepers walking around the kingdom trying to find as many of these animals or creatures, dragons, whatever, as you can because there was a sorcerer long, long ago who put a spell on every single creature and it turned them into little plastic animals. So your job is to go find these animals, turn them real, and they will fight for you. So a little bit of like Pokemon, like White Tiger, I choose you, or Polar Bear, I choose you, something like that. But yeah, once you get a creature to turn good to turn real again, it will always fight for you, follow you around, all that good stuff. But you're always a creature keeper. That's like the only class, because that's it, all you need. They're wizards. Creature keepers are wizards. Excuse me. Um, dude, that's not a bad idea. You just gave me an idea there, Glitchy. You just gave me an idea. All right, I'm gonna put a poll out right here, right now. Next Monday, because I will not be live Friday. Um, I might be live Saturday. I don't know yet, but next Monday for sure. What would you guys say, all of you, to a creature keeper D&D style game? I'll be back in the hollow, so I'll have all 885 figures around me. What would all of you say to that? I think that would be a ton of fun. I think that would be tons and tons of fun. The book, the creature book, would come out, would come into play with that because it's got all the figures in it. Dude, I got so many ideas. Oh my goodness. Having learned what I did from my brother-in-law, him being the dungeon master and still being a dungeon master today, I mean, the guy is amazing. And that's not just me saying that. So, all right, let's do this. Let's do this. Since we're on with the animals, the figures that I have here. I'm not in the hollow, so I don't have all of them. But I think I've got a good assortment. I've got a good assortment. What time again? Oh, 7. Always 7. Yep. Always 7x, that's just easier for me. Definitely easier. Yep, be next Monday. Be next Monday. I mean, if something happens and I'm live, on Friday, I'll let you guys know, if something comes up there. But yeah, right now I've got uh, a game night on Friday, Lord willing. Writing a note. Making a mental note. Making a mental note. Okay, it is now in my brain. Now this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. How about this? Right now, since we're on, and I am definitely feeling the itch to play Dungeons and Dragons. A much easier version. Much easier version. What would you say if we started a little adventure tonight? Right here, right now. I don't have every figure with me, so you might have to write some down. Alright, Glitchy's in. Anybody else? I'm totally in. Isabella's in. Anyone else? Anyone else who's on, of course. There is no try us back. Would you like to try it? Would you like to do it tonight, my friend? Would you like to start a little Creature Keeper campaign tonight? To see how it goes. No worries. No worries, mate. To do schoolwork and play D&D, you better... Alright, next Monday for you. Okay, no worries. And here's the thing. You don't need paper. That... Having character sheets is great. Do not get me wrong about that. But... At the same time... For me, personally, right now... no worries, mate. No worries, mate. I'll definitely see you next Monday. Next Monday for sure. It's good to have you here. Yeah, so instead of just having a whole bunch of paper, dice, and animals. Figures, and my binder with all the animals in it. That's all we need here. And, number 1, pure imagination. Pure imagination. Because that is why I'm doing these videos, is because of imagination. Like, most of my videos are literally, I just made that video up on the spot. So there you go. Alright, so we've got Glitchy, we've got Isabella, so... anybody else? I don't know if Burger Cat is still on. Okay, Glitchy's done. Alright, Glitchy's in. I don't know if Burger Cat's still on, but if he is, or he or she, I'm sorry, I actually did not know that. if Burger Cat is a he or a she. So, let's see. I will go get my binder. Yes, I will go get my binder, and we're gonna have fun. Oh. Alright, got the binder, now I'm gonna go dice. Dice. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Alright. Hold on. I got my sneeze. Maybe not. Okay. All right. All right. No sneeze. No sneeze today, apparently. At least not yet. I will probably sneeze while I'm talking. And it's going to be amazing. Alright. So, here's what we're going to do. So, in normal D&D, right, we all use D20s most of the time. However, for this, we will be using D12s, 12-sided dice. So, if you don't have 12-sided dice, let me know. I'll roll for you. And don't worry, I will totally roll really, really good. Who said that? I have been rolling dice for most of my life, but that doesn't mean I am a master. I have not completely figured out how to roll, Okay, well, in that case, I will roll 2 12-sided dice for you and 1 for Isabella. So, unless Isabella has a 12-sided dice. All right. We have 885. All right. So, whatever animals you guys get. Okay. No worries. I've got 2. So, I will roll for both of you. No worries. All right. So, a 7 or higher on a 12-sided dice means whatever you're trying to do succeeded. Anything lower than that means you did not succeed, and I, as the master keeper, not dungeon master, the master keeper, I get to have a little bit of fun. Which means you might get hit. But not to worry. You're a wizard. You're a wizard, Isabella. You're a wizard, Glitchy. I had to bring it out. Alright, so 885. So here's what's going to happen. The 2 of you are creature keepers. Okay? You are officially creature keepers. I dub both of you keepers. Now, you are in the Hollow, which is a huge tree in the middle of the forest. And in this tree, you have cut in to it and have hollowed it out, and you live underground, and that is where every single figure will be kept. There is no figures yet. You have been sent here by the keeper of all things. He has seen that a sorcerer put a spell on every creature of the land and turned them into plastic toys. And you might be thinking, oh, that's wonderful. Kids get to have toys, right? Well, yes, but he also turned all the cows and all the pigs and all the sheep and everything that you get meat with. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, the keeper of all things knows that this sorcerer has decided the reason that he did this was he is going everywhere. He's sending his minions out to find where these figures went. Okay, because over the years, the figures have been lost to time. Nobody knows where they are. So let's say you have a bucket of toys, right? And you dump them out on the floor. That's kind of what just happened here. It's like somebody took all of the figures throughout the years and just dumped them all over the realm, all over the land. The tree that you're in stands in a large forest. And this forest is in the middle of the realm of Narathil. Narathil. Now, you are both wizards, okay? Which means you both have magic. But you have the ability to bring the figures that you find back to life. And they will immediately fight for you. They'll walk with you. And yes, they will even talk with you. So because you are creature keepers, you have the ability to hear the thoughts and talk with these figures, these animals, the creatures, whichever ones you have. Now, here's the most important thing. You cannot have more than one figure out at a time, right? You cannot have more than one real animal fighting with you at a time for each of you. So, Glitchy, you can have a creature. Isabella can also have a creature, if you have one. Because right now, you don't have any. You are starting from scratch here. You're starting from scratch. I have no idea what your first animal is going to be. It could be a pig for all I know. It all depends on the book. The book tells all, the book knows all, and, well, the book also gives. So, here's what's going to happen. Each time you discover a figure, something's going to happen. You're going to get attacked by who knows what. Could be an orc, could be a goblin, could be, I have no idea. But once you defeat said villain, you can decide amongst yourselves which one is going to take the figure that you just found. I make absolutely no promises about this. Oh, it looks like you just got a swan. I kid, of course. We'll see. We shall see. Yes. All right. So, you guys ready? You guys ready? You're standing at the entrance of the hollow on the outside. Staying at the entrance. You look to your right. You look to your right. And you see that the path through the forest goes deeper. Goes deeper into the trees and kind of disappears. You know, it's still going, but the trees get thicker, right? The trees get thicker. They're overcrowding the path. To your left, you see sun. The sun is just coming up over the horizon. And because of this, you see that there's a little bit of a clearing in the trees. So you can tell this is the edge. That's the edge of the forest, way, way over there. Now, you also have one other ability. And I will roll. I'll roll for you. No worries. Either one of you can decide, with each other. Would you like to try to scent for creatures? Would you like to sense if there's any creatures, any figures nearby? Or would you like to go right further into the forest, or left where you can see the sun and going into the edge of the forest? So it's up to you. You got those three choices right now. You can use your sense to try and find a creature nearby, and I'll let you know if you do. Or right, deeper into the forest, or left and try to come out of the forest. So what would you like to do? And This is for both of you, so you're both on a team. All right, sense. All right. Are you good with that, Isabella? If she's still on, of course. She's already been going for an hour, man. Time goes fast. Since we're doing this, I am probably going to be on till like 8:45. So another 45 minutes. Okay. I'm pretty sure she is. All right. So I'm going to give you the option here, Glitchy, since you want to try to sense where a figure is. Would you like to try deeper in the forest? Try out of the forest, further towards the edge of the forest? Or maybe around any of the trees that are close to you? All right, deeper into the forest? All right. So, you turn to the right. Both of you do. You're together. You turn to the right, and as I said, you can see that the trees are starting to get thicker. You can see these trees are starting to get thicker. What you also notice is that there are hoof prints, a lot of them. It is quite possible that a group of horsemen, had just rode by right before you came out. Or, who knows, there could be something out there. Now I'm going to roll. All right, I'm going to roll for you. If you get a 6 or less, nothing's going to happen. I'm just going to say you didn't scent anything, right? But if it's a 7 or higher, you caught whiff of something. Here we go. 7 or higher is what you want. It's a 10. Yes, that is a 10. If I ever saw one. So, you definitely sense something. All right. So here's what's going to happen. You see a giant boulder. And it's kind of in a weird spot, all right? There's this crazy looking tree that's kind of growing out of the side of it. And you can tell that if you tried to move this stone, it'd be very hard. Very hard to do that because you can tell that the roots have kind of grabbed hold of it, grabbed hold of this stone or this boulder. And so you look around the boulder, you look around the tree, and as you come to where the tree and the boulder meet, that's where you feel the scent is strongest. You want to poke the tree? Okay. You just start poking, and it's a big tree. It's a big trunk. It's probably about that wide. You start poking around the tree. A little bit of the bark, falls off, all that good stuff. You can tell that the leaves are green. They might be starting to turn a little bit yellow because it is almost fall. Obviously, it's almost fall here on Earth, so why not? As you're poking around the tree, you hear something. You hear something fall. And you're thinking, it's probably a leaf, it's probably a stick. Maybe Isabella just accidentally stepped on something. But what you notice, a little bit wedged now in between the tree and the boulder, is a plastic leg. A plastic leg. You can't quite tell what this is, but you can tell this might be a figure. And because you got a 10, oh yeah, you can sense this is a figure. You can't quite tell what it is yet. But as you... Oh, yes. Right. Before I forget, you have a staff. Okay, that is your weapon. That is your weapon. You shoot magic from this staff. You fight with the staff. All that good stuff. That is your weapon. Don't lose that. Pokeball. You just start, poking around, and you hear a voice. And it's not an animal. It's not an animal. You hear a voice coming from behind another tree. Which tree, you're not entirely sure, because again, this is a forest. There's a lot of trees. So, I'm going to give you a choice here. Would you like to ignore the voice? Or ignore the voice and try to get this figure out? Or would you like to investigate the voice? I'm going to give you the choice here. Scream, who are you? You hear this. You want to know who I am? Oh, nobody ever want to know who I am. Ah, that's crazy. And you start hearing this, like, almost like something's being drawn, right? Like an arrow out of a quiver. Whoever this is not being very silent about this. Well, out from behind a tree not too far away from you steps out a goblin. A goblin. You're going to duck behind the tree? Okay. So, all right. You duck behind the tree before the goblin comes out. You look around the corner, and the goblin is actually looking between a few trees. Where did you go? Where are you? I know I just saw you. Come out and show yourself. And he does have a bow and arrow. It's drawn. So, you are now ducked behind the tree. And what's awesome about that, you can now see the figure in all of its glory. So, you, sir, get to choose a number between 1 and 885. 1 to 885. And whatever number you choose, that's the creature you just found. 185? That's a good thing to find in a forest. You see, unfortunately, I don't have a figure here of it. Sorry, there's a fly or a gnat in my face. It's a timber wolf. It is a timber wolf. Oh, yes. You, sir, have just found a timber wolf figure wedged between the boulder and the tree. And this goblin he's starting to scurry to another tree, and he jumps out, and he says, boo. And of course, you're not behind that one. So he runs to another one, does the same thing. He's not to you yet. So you still have a choice here, mate. Would you like to try and get the wolf out? Or confront the goblin first? And while you're thinking about that, Isabella, it is time that you came into this. I take it you have probably also ducked behind the tree. A tree. Could be any tree. Or are you out in the open just ready to whack this goblin in the head? While you're thinking about that, Isabella, Glitchy, you want to free the wolf. Free the wolf. Free. Oh, no worries. I will definitely be back next Monday, and we can continue this. Sorry, I just saw a message come up. I have no idea what that was. Anyway, no worries. No worries, guy. I'll be back on Monday and we can totally continue this with you. But for now, Glitchy is going to free a Timberwolf. Alright, so you're here at the tree and the boulder. The goblin is way over to your right, or I guess your left. And he is a little bit slow. He's a little bit slow, maybe a little bit sluggish. Bye! It's good to see you, Isabella. Good to see you. Alright, Glitchy. What are you gonna use to get this wolf out? Do you want to know if there's anything around you that could help? Because your staff is about that big around. Where this wolf is wedged is about, it's like right there. So it's stuck. You're just gonna use a stick? Okay. I'm gonna roll for that for you. Usually I would say I will have you roll for that. But I'm gonna roll for that to see if this stick is gonna be strong enough to, pry the wolf out. It's a 6. It's a 6. It's not terrible. If it was a 1, that would be bad. It's not. It's a 6. So you just keep trying different sticks. You just keep trying different sticks. Some of them keep breaking. But I will give you this. Eventually you're able to get the wolf out. So the wolf figure, it's a timber wolf, tumbles out onto the ground. You pick it up just in time because you hear a voice behind you. Don't move a muscle. And you hear an arrow being strung to a bow, and you can tell that the arrowhead is pointed right at your head, behind you. So, with your staff in hand, with the wolf figure in hand, what do you do? Okay. So you're going to swing around and toss the stick at the goblin, I take it? Gonna do it at the goblin? Or just gonna try and distract him? Okay, you're gonna try and throw it at the goblin. So that shouldn't be too hard. You're here. He's right here. He's like right there. So, I'm gonna roll for that again. Here we go. An 8. All right, so you succeeded in swinging around as fast as you could. Your staff in this hand, the wolf in this hand. You swing around. Oh yeah, and you also have the stick in this hand too. So you swing around really fast. Your staff knocks the arrow and the bow to the side. The goblin stumbles, completely surprised. You throw the stick as hard as you can. It hits him in the head. And the goblin just doesn't really fall. He just really stumbles. Doesn't quite drop his bow. But he's kind of looking around like, whoa, I did not expect you to be that fast. He immediately strings his arrow again, pulls it back. Now I'm going to give you a choice. Okay? Would you like to bring your wolf to life? Or just try to hit this thing? Or just try to attack this thing with your staff? Bring the wolf to life, or attack it with your staff? Okay. Now I need you to say a word because there's only one word that can bring an animal to life, and it is Latin for grow. It is cresco. 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 Cresco is the word. So right once you say that, I will roll the dice. Oh dear. That's a 4. All right. So what happened was right when you're about to toss the figure into the air, and right when you say Cresco, the goblin notices what you're trying to do. He fires his arrow, and it sticks right into your bicep, your right bicep. And it's unfortunately enough that you stumble and drop your staff. So, here's what you can do. You've got an arrow stuck in your arm. You also have a wolf that you did toss up into the air and it landed on the ground right between you and the goblin. The goblin sees that and is about to run and grab the wolf. So what do you do? This is like a choose your own adventure going on here. Choose your own adventure. You can try to grab the wolf or grab your staff and beat the goblin back before he gets to the wolf. But again, you got an arrow stuck in you. You're just gonna charge at the goblin. You can use your whole body too. I mean, your whole body's a weapon. The goblin right now is about, I would say 3 feet. You're both 3 feet away from where the wolf landed. It's all up to you. What you want to do. Oh. Okay, so you want to take the arrow out and throw it at the goblin? There you go. I like it. All right. Because the goblin is distracted at the moment, I'm going to add 1 to this roll. Yep, I'm going to give it to you. So, you pull the arrow out. You're going to take 2 damage from this. You have 20. You have 20 altogether. You're going to take 2 damage because you pull the arrow out. Blood starts coming out. You throw the arrow as hard as you can, and it sticks in the same spot on the goblin's arm. A little insult to injury. So, the goblin sees the arrow get stuck in his arm, and he's freaking out. He's flailing everywhere. He's screaming, get this thing out of my arm. And this is your chance. So you're going to be grabbing the wolf. Point and left. Like to grab the wolf Or would you like to keep attacking this thing? Because you can totally grab the wolf and try it again. The goblin he pretty much ignores your point, but he hears you laugh. And he's like, I'm gonna have the last laugh. Not you. Once I get this out of my arm. Alright, I like it. I'm gonna add 1 because, again, the goblin is distracted here. That's a 10. Oh, yeah. That is a 10. Now, here's the thing about real animal creatures in Narthel. So, on Earth, a real wolf is probably about almost 3 feet tall. Or not 3 feet, sorry. They're probably about 2 feet tall. In Narthil, a 4-foot wolf just appeared before you. Completely real. Its blue eyes looking straight at you. It opens its mouth, and the wolf immediately turns towards the goblin who just got the arrow out of his arm. Now, okay, there you go. I was just about to ask. The wolf, well, I should say the goblin first, he gets the arrow out, throws it on the ground, looks up, and completely falls over backwards from the side of this 4-foot wolf that was not there a few seconds ago. The wolf immediately jumps on the goblin, and the goblin's, trying to whack at it. Of course, the goblin's like 2 feet tall. This wolf is 2 feet taller, and the wolf slices a paw right across the goblin's face, doing 2 damage. All right, this goblin's not very tough. He doesn't have a whole lot of life. Whoa, okay. The goblin looks up. He hears that and just bursts out laughing. He's like, me? Join you? And he laughs even harder. Hey, Cora, how you doing? How's it going? We were just playing a little Dungeons and Dragons with animals and other creatures. Our friend Glitchy Nightmares here is currently attacking a goblin. Well, the goblin shouts back to you, Glitchy, and he says, if I join you, Levian will have my head. Levian will have my head. I'd rather die than join the enemy, than die by the hands of the sorcerer. So what do you do? Do you have the wolf just finish him off, or do you try to talk him out of it? Or try to talk the goblin into joining you? You could try to have the wolf help up the goblin, right? Hey, Blue Boa, how's it going? Of course I remember you. Who would not remember a name like Blue Boa? I mean, come on. Good to see ya. Can I pick him up? Yeah. You can have the wolf get off of him, and you could hold your hand out, and the goblin just looks at your hand for a second. He's like, "You're being serious. You are being serious right now." Ugh. Oh, Blue Boa, before I forget, we are playing Dungeons and Dragons with animal figures. Oh, yeah. Okay, okay, you want to just hoist them up. You want to force them up. All right. I don't need to roll for that. If you want to join this Blue Boa, I'll be on for another 20 minutes doing this. So, yeah, if you want to join, our friend Glitchy here is currently uh, fighting a 2-foot goblin and has just summoned a 4-foot wolf. You are being nice. My nephew would be the complete opposite. All right, so the goblin, you hoist him up. He doesn't try to fight back because he knows there's a 4-foot wolf in front of him who's just glaring at him with 2 big blue eyes. So he doesn't try to fight back. He's about a 200-foot snake. Yeah, about that. But if you want to join in, I will tell you, Blue Boa, that every single creature in Narathil has been turned into a plastic animal. Has been turned into a plastic figure by a sorcerer. So your job is to find these figures before the main villain does. And currently, our friend Glitchy here is actually being nice to a goblin who also wanted this Timberwolf figure that just became real. Yeah, this is a 4-foot wolf right now. Wolves are not that big on Earth. So, the goblin, he lands on his feet. He's looking around. He looks right at you, Glitchy. And he says, "So, being nice to a goblin, huh? It's not every day. Especially with a 4-foot wolf." Who is the villain? The goblin just said his name. Levian, the sorcerer. Sorcerer Levian. It's short for Leviathan. Oh, yeah. You're not going to see him for a long time. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. The goblin picks up his bow, looks at it, looks at you, looks at the wolf. He says, "Fine, I'll join you, but on one condition. If you see Levian, if I see Levian, I expect you to protect me from him. Because he will not be happy that I betrayed him. Got it? Get it? Got it? Good. Okay. So, what do we do?" The goblin just stands there like, "Hey, what do we do? Never done this before. I've always been kind of a loner. Never had a companion before. This might be kind of cool." Even though he looks at you and he's like, "But you're also a human. This is weird." And a 4-foot wolf. Brilliant. So, you now have your first animal companion, and, may I say, your first companion here. Well, unfortunately, Glitchy just got him as a companion, so he's actually now on both of your sides. No, don't hurt him. Now, the goblin is now on your side. You, Blue Boa, you're not a creature. You are a creature keeper. You are a human wizard. So that might be a little strange to eat a goblin. Anyway. But you, Blue Boa, since I'll be on for another 15 minutes, you get next pick as to where the two of you and Glitchy, go. So you can go deeper into the forest. It's going to start getting darker. Or you can go to the other side. I'm going to set the goblin Oh, I read that completely wrong. I, I thought I read you're gonna put the wolf on the goblin's back. I was like, huh. Well, sure, yeah, why not? Goblin might get squished. I read that completely wrong. You're gonna set the goblin on the wolf's back. Okay, that makes much more sense. Yeah, so he can keep up. That's not a bad idea. The goblin, shows you his bow and says, "This might be fun. I could, shoot bad guys from the wolf's back. I'm a pretty good shot, as you know." And you look down at your arm. You're like, "Oh yeah, I'm bleeding." Yeah, you are a good shot, actually. So, Blue Boa says, "Go deeper into the forest." Oh yes. Now, I should cut you off the spade here, mate. So Glitchy earlier saw that there was a whole bunch of horse hooves. Like somebody had just rode through right before he came out. I don't know about that one, buddy. You missed. He's like, the goblin's like, "I wasn't trying to kill you. I was trying to distract you. I was trying to make you drop the wolf. Hello." I was going to try to kill you later, but apparently not. Joined you instead. The goblin's like, "Only if you can roll a dice." Oh, yes. Blue Boa. If you do not have a 12-sided dice, I will be rolling these for us. So, I don't miss. I like that. I like that. So, anything you want to do, Blue Boa? No. Only because your home is part of the forest. Your home is inside of a giant tree that's underground. That's probably not a good idea. The creature keepers live underground in a giant tree. So, yeah. I will tell you, though, the trees in this forest are tough. This is Ravenwood. This is Ravenwood. This is tough bark. Not easily burned. Not easily burned. Not easily cut down either. This is a dark wood. What about giant dragons? Ah. Well, since you brought that up, mate, as you go deeper into the forest, the trees they start getting a little more crowded here. So you kind of wiggle your way down the path, and you come to this stone path. That you look down the path, and you see ruins. You see this stone wall that you can tell was part of a fortress at one point. And would you, Blue Boa, yes, I was going to say, Blue Boa, would you like to try to scent out a figure that could be either on the path or in the fortress? It's up to you. Stone path or go to the forest or the fortress. Stone path or the fortress. That'll help me decide what's going to happen next. That'll help me to know what's going to happen next. It's up to you. Stone path or the fortress. Because who knows? There could be creature figures anywhere. They could be anywhere. I'm just kind of laughing. That I still find it funny that you wanted to burn the forest down. uh, Your main power is that you can bring figures to life and that they will fight for you. That's your main thing. I'll have you sent on the stone path first before you get to the fortress. True, true, fair, fair. Yes, yes, that's true. All right, so I'll have you sent on the stone path before the fortress. Now, if I roll a 7 or higher on a 12-sided dice, you succeed. If it's a 6 or lower, I'm going to have a little bit of fun with you. Ugh, let's try that again. That was a 9. That was a 9. So you succeeded in using your scent. And yes, you do scent that there is a figure somewhere on this stone path. And because it's a 9, well, okay. If it was a 10 or higher, you'd be like, oh, it's right there. But because it's a 9, you're not 100% sure where on this path. You just know that there is one on this path. So, what would you like to do? Would you like to scour the area or try to get closer to the fortress? Ooh, can my wolf sniff it out? That is a good question. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes to that. And because it's a wolf, because they have keen sense of smell, you don't have to roll for that, or I don't. Yeah, your nose could definitely. If there's a dragon, I want it. I promise nothing. You could get a cow for all I know. This is all 885 of my figures. Oh, and go Wolfie! Blue Boa, before I continue, I should let you know, obviously this is not where I'm usually at. I'm at my sister's for the week. Hanging out with my brother-in-law's mom while everybody's out of town. So that's why this might look a little bit different behind me. So I've only got a few figures with me. Anyway. Sorry, I just had another notification. Okay, we're good. Alright. So the wolf. Since it's a wolf, it picks up the scent like that. So by the path, there's a little mound of dirt. The goblin, I should say, the goblin is like, huh, that looks like a mound that was made by another creature. But I can't quite figure out what it is that made that. So the wolf starts digging around in this little mound of dirt, and out pops a figure. Now, Blue Boa, I'm going to have you, since Glitchy did this before, I'm going to have you give me a number between 1 and 885. The goblin's like, try my best, come on. This is my first time. So yeah, any number between 1, 3. Right on. Oh no, is this? Okay. This is it's not a dragon, but it does have wings. And it's probably not quite what you're thinking of. But this is one of my favorite animals here. It's not a griffin, unfortunately. That would be cool though. Out pops the figure of a cockatoo. That's number 3. I'm actually not kidding. You just found a cockatoo. So, once the figure rolls out, you hear a thunderous sound coming from inside of the ruins of the fortress. Birds are cool. I love cockatoos. So, yes, you hear a thunderous sound coming from the fortress. And you hear a voice coming from the ruins. And it says, "Be gone, trespassers of the forest. This is no place for you." And this voice is like, it's echoing all around you. It's echoing all around you. What do? You can't see who this is. Ooh, good comeback. Good comeback. The voice, even more ominous, just bursts into laughter. "You believe that you live here too? Well then, let's see whose home it will be after I'm done with you." Oh, very good. You hear these footsteps coming down. And this giant 12-foot man, clothed in armor. It's a stone knight, a guardian of ruins. But you look over at your goblin companion and you see a little symbol on his shoulder. And you also see the same symbol on this giant that just came up to you. Yeah, I don't know of any knight that has like a sword that looks like a giant metal club. This weapon that he's got is massive. It's big. It's probably that big around. It would probably squish all of you, honestly. It probably would. Cut it off his skin. It's not actual, like, stones. Just his armor looks like, stone. It's thick. It's thick stuff. So, he's standing before you, the 12-foot giant. What would you like to do? He's currently switching his weapon back and forth from hand to hand, like just taunting you, completely taunting you. So, Blue Bow, I'm going to give you the choice here. This knight, you can attack him with your staff. You're just a wizard, okay? But you can also get the cockatoo and try to turn it real. So it's up to you which one you want to do. But I will warn you, don't leave the cockatoo. Don't leave the cockatoo. Glitchy's like, we're going to have creatures, we're going to have goblins, we're going to have knights, we're going to have like every single bad guy is going to join us. I love this. Wait, I think I missed something here. So yeah, what do you want to do there, Blue Boa? What do you want to do? Everyone is invited. Just ram yourself into this giant knight? Or try to bring the cockatoo to life? And after this battles, except Nick. Who's Nick? I don't know any Nick. I mean, I do, but I know a lot of Nicks, actually. Let's see. I'm going to have you try to bring the cockatoo to life. I'm going to have you bring the cockatoo to life. Because cockatoos have something very special. Oh. Alright. I'm going to actually roll for this first. So, Glitchy, I'm going to roll for you trying to persuade this giant to join you. Okay. I'm going to roll for this to see if he is convinced. He is not. He is definitely not convinced. This knight picks up his weapon, his giant metal stone weapon, and he's about to swing it at you guys. Like this guy, yeah, I don't think he's gonna join you. So Blue Ball, I'm going to have you bring the cockatoo to life. Because cockatoos have a secret. You sacrifice yourself. I sacrifice myself for the good of all. For the good of all that is good. Let's see if you bring the cockatoo to life. Oh, you did. Oh, you did. That is a 10. Sir, you just brought the cockatoo to life. So, yeah, a 3-foot cockatoo just appeared before you. And as all cockatoos do, he starts doing this. Like over and over again. And what happens, the giant is about to swing at you guys, and he sees this cockatoo appear and the cockatoo starts dancing. The giant's like completely confused. It's just looking at this cockatoo like, what in the world is that? So what do you want to do to this knight? Or do you just want to try to walk past him while he's completely distracted by the dancing cockatoo? The wolf starts dancing. The wolf starts dancing. And the knight's just like, so this is what you brought against me. Dancing animals? Is that it? And he picks up his club again. He's about to swipe at you guys. This weapon is huge. Well, the knight just, he's like, you think that by having animals dance before me means that I'm going to join you. I'm going to roll for this. I want to see if this works. If he is convinced to join you. I just rolled a 9. The giant lowers his weapon. He starts watching these animals, and then suddenly his head starts going like this. And then his body starts doing like this. And he looks down on himself. He's like, what am I doing? Oh, are you, they look like they're having fun. A lot of fun. And then he starts doing this. And he's like, this dance is going quite well. It's going quite well. Huh. You like to have fun more than you like to fight. I like that. I'll join you. He just stands completely still, lowers his weapon. I join you. That's all he says. I join you. And he says, but on one condition. I'm not going to dance. But I will protect you. And your animals. And I will... But again, you do see the mark that the goblin has on this guy's shoulder. So you know he's part of the sorcerer's clan. And he says the exact same thing. He says the exact same thing that the goblin did. I'll fight for you. I'll protect your animals. But if Leviathan sees me with you, he will destroy me. So I request protection as well. That's not going to work forever, I can tell you that. Starting to write it. That's great. All right. You have successfully not fought 2 minions. I'm impressed. I am very impressed. I did not think I was going to roll a 9. And you also have 2 creatures. A cockatoo and a wolf. I love that. A cockatoo. A cockatoo just convinced a knight to join the good guys. Anybody want to help me out with this? The one? Okay. Exactly. You have successfully not fought. I mean, really, the only thing you did was throw an arrow at the goblin's arm. That's really the only fighting you've done. All right. So, because you guys have 2 creatures, you have successfully recruited 2 minions of Leviathan. I think that's pretty good. We've been going on 2 hours, and I got to get down. I should probably go downstairs here soon, see how everybody's doing. But I think that's going to be it for tonight. I think that's going to be it for tonight. But you guys have a timber wolf and a cockatoo. So that's pretty awesome. I'm going to remember that. I'll remember that for next Monday. So yeah, next Monday, I'll be back Monday. I'm usually back on Fridays, but I've got a previous engagement that I need to be at. Yep, 7 o'clock. 7 p.m. sharp. Sharp like a wolf's canine. Excused. Thank you. Good. I am excused. Excited. Oh, even better. Excited. Yes, so am I. Let's see if you guys get the frost dragon or the 2-headed dragon. Oh yeah. You guys get one of them. That's going to be fun. That's going to be awesome. All right. Time for my closing. You know, like I've always said, I try to be the most chill YouTuber, but also try to be the most fun. Don't get me wrong, there's people out there who probably do better than me in a lot of ways, but yeah, I got to give credit where credit's due. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great night. Be watching for more videos. I got a lot of shorts that are going to be coming out this week. So, going to be making a few more tonight. So, yeah, be watching for those. And, yeah, hope you guys have a great week, great night. And thanks everybody who was on. The next time you see me, I will be back in the hollow with all 885 creatures. So, no matter what you guys do, if you do Legos, Hot Wheels, creatures, D&D, school, yeah, whatever you guys do, just have fun. Just have fun. That's what this is all about. So, have a great night, you guys, and I'll be back Monday to continue this amazing adventure, and let's see if you can recruit all of the minions. All of the above. All right. Have fun out there, y'all. Have fun out there.